All right, hello and welcome or welcome back to another video. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's so great to have you here on this channel. If you're new to this channel is all about helping to empower you to step into your greatest life and love destiny in the areas of health, wealth, and of course, true love. So welcome back to another video. The way this is going to go and what I do is I'm going to open up a channel and a ceremony. I'm going to channel God specifically, God or source consciousness specifically. The consciousness of all is what I refer to as God. I'm going to channel his energy through this reading, and anything else your angels and guides who serve unconditional love want you to know at this moment in time exactly in your love and life situation. Yes, they did say before this reading exactly what you are going through and what they want you to know at this moment in time. At the end of the reading, if you want to go deeper with me, and this did resonate with you, there will be an extended, and that extended will go even more deeply into your personal situation and provide insight from God and your angels about your person, where they're at, how they're feeling about you, and what you need to know right at this moment in time about their and your journey together for the highest possible good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's open up the ceremony. Welcome or usher in 2025 once again, and let's get into it. Calling in the angels and guides, calling in the power of unconditional love and light, calling in God, Source, Yahweh, and the universal consciousness which governs and runs through us all for the highest possible good. In this moment in time, what is it the viewer watching needs to know in and about their current love and life situation, and what is it you'd like for me to share with them today? The first thing that I see and that I feel within you, the viewer, you're going through a very transitional time, and you might be feeling like you're in a transitional state right now. It's almost like you're going from one world over to another. Okay. And I see God is showing me a big one ledge and then a big crack or crevice and then another ledge, and it's kind of like you're trying to traverse over this crack or this ledge to get to this other side, and you don't even know what's on the other side. You just know that you want to go to the other side. Okay, it's like that saying, the grass is greener on the other side, but this time it actually is, and I don't see any grass. I don't know what that means. Okay, but you're transitioning over, and the energy I feel within you that you're transitioning into, or that's required to do this, is one of fearlessness. Okay. There may have been within you, the viewer, the energy of fear about this transition that you're going through or crossing over right now, before in your life, or at multiple periods in your life, or consistently, they're saying throughout your life. And at this time, you're evolving, and they're instilling, or you're getting instilled the energy of fearlessness to make this specific transition in a way that you've never done before. So they want you to think of something in your life right now, whether it's in love and relationship. This, by the way, this energy is going to apply to everyone. I am channeling for a specific love collective, but it could apply in any area of your life. Okay, not just love, but also job, career, work, focus, family. Okay, hobbies for some of you. Okay. And the energy of fearlessness, they're saying, is required for you to make this specific transition that you have hesitated to make for a long time in your life, because you weren't quite there. Okay, you weren't quite certain about it in your soul, and I feel like you're becoming more and more certain as we speak. Like almost like if we see like an HP bar in a video game, right? It's like 75%, or a status bar, a loading bar, right? It's almost like 75% of you is loaded in. Okay, that's what they're showing me. Um, and that's and they're saying you're required to be at or close to 100% before you're able to fully make this transition over. Okay, and so you're sitting around 75, some of you about 80% of the way there, so that you can make this. Now, this is something that you've always hoped and dreamed of for your entire life would be true or come true. Okay, what we're talking about, this transition, this leap over the crack. It's not really a leap, to be honest. It's not really a leap. It's more a transition, right? They keep saying that word. And it's kind of like a step, right? Like a slow stepping process over, but there's like a lot of hesitancy to make that stepping process over, okay? But this is something that you've always hoped, wished, and dreamed from when you were a child. They're showing me that it would be true, or that it would happen to you, or that it would be in your future, or that it is in your future. You just had to hope and wish and pray for it. Okay. And what they're showing me right now is that the energy of hoping, wishing, praying, interestingly, is now over. Okay? This is something you've hoped, wished, and prayed for your entire life. And they're showing me that that energy is now obsolete. Okay? It's completely over. What they're showing me is that you've hoped, wished, and prayed for this thing your entire life, not realizing that what you were hoping, wishing, and praying for was actually the opportunity to step into the transition that you're making right now to become this next version of yourself, or to make it into this next quote unquote land or area of your life. Okay. I'll say that again. You've been hoping, wishing, praying for the opportunity to be able to step into, okay, the chance to create, to become, and to step into this transition. Meaning, this thing that we're talking about for you personally, and this could be a variety of things, of course, right? Whatever it is you feel, if this is resonating with you deep in your soul, deep in your gut, deep in your heart right now, is right for you. This is something that you thought maybe was just going to happen. Okay, you thought maybe it was just going to happen. You thought maybe you didn't think of the details too much. You thought maybe it was just going to happen, and you just had to hope, wish, and pray. But in reality, it was always something that you were meant to do and become and take action within and towards. Okay. And that's the scary part for most of us watching. That's the scary part, right? Myself included, of course, with a lot of things, is the things that we are hoping, wishing, and praying for in our life aren't meant all the time just to happen. They're meant to be things that we have an opportunity to then create or step into or move forward towards or do or create or be or build. Okay. And it's scary because the minute that we look at that energy, the minute that we embrace that energy, as opposed to just putting it off to wishing, hoping, and praying for this thing to just happen or materialize or happen in our life, it becomes very real. And when it becomes real, the amount of effort and energy and work and all the things that would be required to materialize that thing, or to have that thing, or to experience that thing, become real in our lives. And it becomes a whole different ballgame. And then God asks the question, and God is asking the question right now to you: is it worth it? Okay. Now that we've made it through this video and through these words and through yourself, you watching, because of course we're channeling, but we're talking to you. I'm channeling as a channeler. My gift is to channel about you, the viewer, every single one of you watching, in the collective energy. Okay, so in some way, shape, or form, if you're still watching this video, this is about something or someone or some event in your life right now. And God wants to ask you the question about this one thing: is it worth it to you? Knowing the reality of what this thing would take for you to do it, to be it, to experience it, to traverse it, to transition into this new way of being, this new land. Because now you see what it would really take. Now you see what it really is. You don't have this kind of ideological, fantastical view or perception of this thing anymore that you've had since childhood, perhaps. Right? I'll give one example so that we're not too lost into the visions here. For me, because of course everything that I channel is also about me, right? Because I'm channeling from God's source. I'm obviously part of source myself as a human. And so I always dreamed of having this big career as a speaker from when I was very young, when I was a child. But now that I'm getting older, into my older ages, that I have responsibilities and bills and things like that, I see what the path and what the work would be to actually do that and be that and build that. It's not something that's just gonna, pop out of thin air. Okay. God is saying this is now the time, all of us watching have the path in front of us of what we are meant to actually be, do, feel, see, experience, and the thing that we've always known since we were a child. And by the way, my vision for me is unique. Maybe you share it, but it could be also being a mother or father, being a husband or wife. It could be having a lifelong career in some particular field or a hobby, okay? Or to travel the world. It could be whatever it is for you specifically, right? Doesn't have to be a career. For some of you, it will be a career. So I urge you not to shy away from that, okay? And to step into your greatness. But whatever this thing is, if you're confused, they're saying you need not be confused. Just look deep within and ask yourself, from when I was a child, what is it I want it to be? Because your inner child knows. This is that we all talk about the inner child. The inner child knows. The secret of the inner child within all of us is that he or she knows what we are, has always known what we are, has always known what you are inside. And over the years, and the layers, we repress and we ignore and we put wounds on our inner child. But as we feel safe enough to dig deep back within and we remember that inner child, we bring that inner child back within us. All we have to do is ask them, and you can ask your inner child right now if you want. If you've had a relationship with them, great. If not, now is a great time to do so. Hey, inner child of mine, what is it you really have always wanted to be and do on this planet? And they will show you the way. God is saying right now, your self, your inner child will show you the way. You don't need to rely on any other guidance besides that. And if you notice, right, and this is how you know, by the way, if you go, I have nothing against readers and people who are using their gifts. However, the way you know a reader is really actually channeling God, source, the universe, is if the reader consistently is saying, this is how you find it within you, okay? We're not some secret kind of having superpowers type of person, right? That doesn't exist. Okay? All I'm doing right now is connecting to source to instruct you how to find the secret within, but you are already born with that. You didn't need this reading or this reminder to do that. I mean, reminders are helpful. That's part of my job here, but you didn't need it. It's already within. Okay? So the period of time you're in, getting back to the main message, is you are entering this period where the required energy is one of fearlessness. Fearlessness, bold fearlessness. To say, okay, Brandon and the angels and guides and God have helped me now, or you've already known this, identify what this is. How can I step into the energy of fearlessness to take steps into whatever it is I need to take steps into to get this done? And also, by the way, before you even do that, to decide, okay, God is saying to decide in this moment in time if this is it and if I am ready to do, be, and commit to doing this thing. Because some of you are still a little bit more so on the fence. Okay, and that's okay. This is not judging you in any way. Okay, but it's more so you know what we're talking about here. You can see it, but you're still kind of a little bit maybe on the fence, and you're saying, "Well, I'm not 100% there yet, but I'm not 100% sure I want to. That I'm either ready or that I'm capable or that it's for me." Okay, because there's a difference between knowing it's for you and being committed to it, but still not being ready. And there's a difference between that and knowing it's for you and not being ready to commit to that thing being for you, right? Not being ready to commit to actually saying, I know this is for me, and at some point I'm going to really do it, be it, experience it, right? Like you could be committed for something, say, I'm going to do that at some point when I'm ready, right? I'm committed to that. There's a difference between that and I know that's for me, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I will do it. I don't know if it's, I don't know if I have what it takes within me to do it, right? So you have to kind of identify where you're at, and wherever you're at, again, is no judgment. But that's why God is asking all of you the question: is it worth it? Okay? And you can say in the comments below if you'd like to answer that question to God and to your angels and to yourself. Most importantly, is it worth it? Is that thing that we've been talking about within you and your path and your transition and your path to fearlessness, is it worth it to you to commit to saying, I'm going to manifest and realize this thing in my life someday, no matter what? I don't care what happens. I don't care about the circumstances. I don't care about other people. I don't care what distractions. I don't care what gets in my way. I'm going to do, experience, or manifest this thing that is in my life path, that is in my soul's path, that is what I've wanted to experience since I was a child, or I knew I was going to experience since I was a child. And I'm going to do it no matter what. And maybe it's going to take a little longer. Maybe it's going to take 5 years, 10 years to do, experience, move toward. But I'm going to do it at some point in this lifetime. And God is going to show me the way. God is going to show me when I'm ready. Is that something you are willing and ready to commit yourself to doing at this moment? And if not, why not? What is it you believe would happen if you were to commit yourself to actually moving forward in this energy of fearlessness and boldness in what God is calling the endeavor of your life? The great endeavor of your life, whatever that is for you, because this period of time represents all of us going through a transition, getting ready for and prepared for the endeavor of our lifetime. Okay. This is specifically North Node energy, right? If you're into astrology and you know about astrology, right? North Node it's stepping into our greatest actual soul purpose. Not our soul, not necessarily even our soul essence or our way of being. That's more South Node and other things. But the North Node, which is this is our destiny, our path in this lifetime, that, by the way, is meant to be a bit uncomfortable. If you're watching this, you might be like, well, if it's in my astrology chart, why is this so damn uncomfortable? It's like, well, that's that's the North Node of the moon. That's what God invites us all into in our lifetimes. It's not always just comfort and easiness and easy way of being. It's actually we're meant to be stepping into a challenging moments and challenging times in order to get the work done, right? It's meant to feel like work, to manifest and step into our true and our greatest path in this lifetime. Okay, something that's not going to come naturally or easy to you. Okay, God also wants you to know you have a lot, all of you watching, okay, you have a lot of support behind you. Even if you are alone in your life and you don't talk to anyone at all, like myself, I literally hardly talk to a soul outside of my dog and myself. And it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. Okay, that's just how I'm built. But you have an absolute ton of spiritual support all around you, particularly, God is saying, towards this path. Meaning, whenever you happen to be doing, going, or realizing something that is going to help you move forward towards this transition, this path for you, you will be supported like the wind is behind you. Okay, call it like a spiritual wind of sorts, and or you will be given clear and specific instructions towards and about this thing. One way God is saying for all of us and all of you watching to know if the thing you're doing or the thing you're going towards is actually meant for you, or it's actually the thing we're talking about deep within your soul, God is saying, is if when you do that, or on a daily basis, when you move towards it, it is and becomes very clear, okay, on what you're meant to do. Meaning, if you're trying to do something and you're trying to head in a direction or build something or create something or go somewhere, and it seems really foggy, okay, it seems really unclear, it seems really just like, I don't really know what I'm doing here, okay, it's not really like, doesn't feel very precise. Either it's just not meant for you to step in at this moment in time, okay? until you've kind of, gone through some additional healing or found some clarity, or it's just not the right direction for you. Okay? Because in the right direction, God is going to give you the specific instructions and downloads. Your spiritual team and angels and guides, by the way, always, quick disclaimer, always only call in or listen to guides of unconditional love. That's the one way to ensure that you're talking to beings of light and not demons or spirits who may have other intentions. Okay, always beings of unconditional love. Okay, to help guide your path forward. It'll be very clear. There'll be very specific instructions. You won't ever have to wonder when you're on the right path if you're doing the right thing. It will feel deeply satisfying and right, although difficult at times, but satisfying and right in order to move forward in that way. Okay, it will be new. It will be uncomfortable, they're saying, but it will be satisfying and fulfilling at the same time. And there will be specific and clear or precise instructions as you need it, as you are moving forward on your path in your transition, wherever and whomever that's for. Okay? Okay. You are also going to, in this direction, when you enter into this state, okay, so you, the viewer, if you're watching this, when you enter into this state, what they're showing me, you are also going to, there's two things that are going to happen. Okay, it's very specific, very special. Number one, you're going to be, as you enter into the state of fearlessness and transitioning into wherever you're meant to be, do, experience, you're going to automatically first clear out any old energetic or karmic ties within your soul, things that are keeping you unclear, things that are keeping you fearful, things that are keeping you confused, and things that are keeping you kind of unfocused or too much up in the head or the logical mind. Okay? You're going to clear those things out. All right? So at first, as you enter into this state, it may feel this is where the discomfort comes from. Okay? And so they're saying not to fear that. Angels and guides and God are saying not to fear that. Just because it's uncomfortable, just because it feels a little weird, right? When you step into that state, it doesn't mean it's bad. It simply means that you're clearing out a lot of stuff from past lives, from this lifetime, fears, traumas, etc. Okay? What they're saying is non-resonant energy, thank you, that is not compatible with the path that you're stepping into. Okay? Okay, so that's the first thing that's going to happen as you continue to head towards this path for you. So don't be surprised about that. That's going to happen. It's going to feel off. It's going to feel weird. Just know you are, as you go within, you focus on these feelings, you focus on these fears, and you release them from within. Okay? You are releasing non-resonant energies that is no longer compatible with the path that you have chosen in this lifetime. The second thing that's going to happen, and this is the fun part, and this is what you'll start to notice. Okay, so this is also a predictive video for those of you watching. So mark our words, not my words, but our words, God's words, angels' words. The second thing that will happen for those of you that are on this journey and are saying, I'm going to do this, is after you clear out the non-resonant karmic or older energies within your soul, within your body, your body will then start to attract luck. Okay? Luck, prosperity, and fortune. Good fortune. Like Jupiter energy. Okay? Is what they're showing me. Is that as you clear out, as you go onto this new path, you make this transition, clear out these old non-resonant energies. The second thing that will happen as a result is you start to become like a luck, money magnet. Okay? And it's not even about money. It's not about money. Okay? Actually, it's not even close to being about money. But money is a byproduct. Money is also a byproduct. Same thing with love, right? Money, love, fortune, magnet. Okay? Because what happens is, instead of existing with the non-resonant energies that you were meant to clear out by stepping into this next path, or this, we call it North Node energy, or the crevice, whatever it is you want to call it, okay? Instead of existing with those non-resonant energies, you are stepping into your soul's path in this lifetime. And then what happens when you do that is, it's almost like, boom, your frequency switches. And everyone's got a different path that they step into. But when you step into that path for you, your frequency, what they're showing me, switches to become an attractor. It's like your magnetic field switches on. That's what they're showing me. It switches on again. And it becomes an attractive force, an attractor, an attractive force. Okay? Meaning that you will naturally just draw to you everything and anything that your soul needs as you move forward on this path. Like God is saying, you won't have to worry. God is saying, and many of you are going to love this, you won't have to worry about the little things. You won't have to worry about the money. You won't have to worry about the home or the job or the security or the, the family or the friends that are acting weird and crazy. Like all the things that are just like non-resonant with you are going to go. And then all the things that you actually are like needing and wanting and they're just going to happen. I almost cussed. Thank you, YouTube algorithm, for thank you, angels, saving me for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, it's just going to come to you. You become an attractor. Okay, so this is the benefit. God wants to say, God knows us all as human beings, right? God wants to say, this is the benefit of stepping into this state. He knows that we need some type of force, right? Well, the benefit is, you become an attractor and you become a manifester of all the things that you need and want and desire right now that will fill you up, whether that's money, whether that's love, whether that's a home, whether that's, whatever it is, family, friends, trips, vacations, you name it. Whatever it is you need to fill you up, it's just going to appear in your life. It's going to happen. And you're going to be like, I don't even know how that happened, but the universe and God conspired to make this happen so that exactly what I wanted and needed showed up right when I needed it. That is the energy we're talking about when you are in your path, when you are stepping into this way of being. Okay. And let it be known, let it be known, one, that's going to happen. So remember this video, remember these words from God. Okay. So when it happens to you, don't be surprised. And I think I forgot what I was saying. Oh, if that's not happening to you, God is saying, if that's not happening to you, then that's your sign. If that's not happening to you and you're like, well, why am I not, why is nothing changing in my life? Why am I not attracting the things or the people or the jobs or the money and all the things that I want? Because you are not in that attractive state, right? I'm sure many of you, all of you, are beautiful, physically attractive, emotionally beautifully attractive people. But spiritually, right, this is how you get into the attractor state. And so if those things are not happening to you or it feels stagnant, this is your sign that you are not yet stepping into. Now, God wants to make it clear, this will start happening, okay, the minute you begin stepping, okay, you begin stepping into this path and this process. Okay. So the minute you begin taking steps, actual, real, physical steps towards this process and towards your path is when you'll start to generate. Okay. You'll start to turn on the attractor part of you. You'll turn the frequency back into. Okay. That's when it starts to happen. And then it only speeds up. God has shown me, it only speeds up as you continue to take those steps each and every day. Another thing that God wants to tell me is, and tell you all, is we're not asking for a marathon in a day. Okay? Not all of this needs to be done, whatever it is for you, by tomorrow, right? There's no deadline for this. And you are intuitively going to know, how much of your path to walk and how much work to get done in that direction each and every day. Okay. And in fact, God wants you to rely on Him and the angels for that. Is to say, well, how much work today? And also, they're saying to know your limits. Don't push yourself to the brink and become so obsessive with the work or the path that you lose the rest of your life in the process. Just take it slowly. Take baby steps into that direction. Step into the energy of fearlessness and see. God is saying, as you do that, we just want you to test it out. Okay, that's all they're saying. We want you to test this out, see if it's true for you, is what we're telling you, but see if it's true for you. Is as you take these baby steps, observe what happens. Observe what happens to your frequency. Observe what happens in your life. Observe the changes that start to happen to the people, to the things, to the environment, to the circumstances in your life. Okay, you will observe good changes as you start to take these steps into this direction. And God is saying right now, this is how you yourself are empowered outside of your circumstances. Your circumstances, God is showing me, your circumstances are not even real. Okay? Your circumstances, your external environment, we promise you, they're not even real. Like they're real in a physical sense. Okay? But they can be shifted. Everything about your external environment can be shifted and changed so fast. Okay? Even if you think that you're completely out of control of your current environment and your current circumstances, you are absolutely not. I can assure you, and God can assure you, they appear real. God is saying, but they're not. Okay? Don't take that literally. I'm not a crazy person, but that's what God is saying to me. Is like, this environment you're in, it's real, but you have to realize that if you don't like it or you don't agree with it or you want it to shift, you immediately in this moment of time have agency, have the freedom, have the power to change it based on your choice and your ability to step into your soul path at this moment in time. Because the moment you do that, God is saying, things around you will change. Your environment, your energy, the way people see you, the way people talk to you, the way people treat you, what you are paid, what you are deemed of in this society, it will change immediately. So fast you will wonder. You will wonder, God is saying, how it was even possible that you could have existed in a state or an environment that you were in previously compared to the one that you will be in, with how fast the energy and the environment can change with you stepping into this new state. Now, as we close out, we want to close with this, is that God and the angels want to say, everything that we've said, everything, 100% of what we've said is free will. It's not destined. There is no 100% destined outcome. There is no 100% destined outcome for many things in this lifetime. Many things. Some things that are out of our control, or that are in God's control, are by His will 100% destined. But many things that are in our control, okay, most things that are in our control are not 100% destined, because they are based in and dependent on free will. I hope that made sense the way I explained it. Talking about deep metaphysics here. Okay. Okay. So God is saying, everything that we talked about tonight specifically, and you stepping into this North Node path, that is 100% free will based. The way it works, and particularly in astrology, is that when we come back, or when we have a chart, and we have a South Node, North Node, you can actually repeat the same North Node placement. You can repeat the same destiny to experience, become, or go into multiple lifetimes until your soul finally learns that lesson. Okay? So that right there is showing. It's not 100% destined. And you must be willing to take a look at this within you and to take accountability of your choice within it, your decision within it, and whether or not in this lifetime it is worth it to you to make the decision to do the hard and inner and uncomfortable work and to step into everything you've always ever dreamed was meant to be for you in this lifetime and beyond. Because remember, everything we accomplish in this lifetime and everything we've accomplished in past lifetimes stays with us in our soul. This is not just a single one-off lifetime where, everything's just over and everything we did in this lifetime doesn't matter. No, it certainly matters when we come back or when we exist in the spirit realm, if we choose to stay in the spirit realm, or we can come back and continue on our lessons. What we've built, what we've accomplished, what we've become, who we've become, stays with us. It stays within our soul. And guess what? Here's the cooler part. It manifests itself into the future lifetimes. If, they're saying, as a disclaimer, if and when applicable, it manifests itself into the next lifetimes. But even if it doesn't, it still stays with you. So what's really cool to think about it like this is that what you are building, dear viewer, right now within you is not just for the rest of this lifetime, although that it is, it's for future lifetimes. Let me give you an example. You can build a fortune. You can build all the wealth in the world, or you can become an accomplished speaker, like I want to do someday, and I will do in this lifetime. You all heard it now, okay? When I go into a next lifetime, I'm going to be the fact that I'm already an accomplished speaker and leader in the next lifetime, even if I haven't accomplished that yet in the next lifetime, right? It's something that I've already done and been and become and accomplished. It's something I have under my belt. So I can continue on with my soul's experiences and, the lessons that my soul wants to learn. But I want you to think about that and feel into that and just go, yeah, we are truly multidimensional beings. What we're building, what we're working on right now is not just for this lifetime. It's not just for this human experience. It's for my future lifetimes, okay? My future children, my spiritual incarnation as well. And all the beings that are going to benefit from the work that I do now. And I want you to think about, as we close out one last time, the work that you do now. I want you to think about, as we close out tonight, all the beings in this universe that are going to benefit from you because of the work that you've decided to do and to commit to right now. And I want you to feel into how they're going to benefit. I want you to feel into who they're going to become. And I want you to feel into who they are then going to impact because of your individual work right now in this moment that wouldn't have happened unless you had made this decision. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. What an honor it is. God and the angels and guides, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to channel on your behalf for the collective. We all hope that this was very helpful for you. I also want to say quickly, on a human level, if those of you who've been wondering where I've been and why I haven't posted in a while, true heart, I was going to be honest with you, okay? I have not been called by God to make a video. And believe me, I've asked daily. And I got up today and I said, "All right, God, what is it today?" He said, "Time to make a video." And I'm like, I'm like, we could have done this a month ago, we could have done it 3 weeks ago. I was like, no, it wasn't time then, And I just I said, okay. So I want you all to know this video, it comes from that. It doesn't come from any other place. It comes because God said, hey, it's time to make a video today. And to the best of my abilities, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm gonna do. So I to those of you who are wanting more guidance, I can only say I am bound by God. I'm bound by the rules and instructions of God. I I don't know, but I hope and I feel that God is going to call me a lot more and on many different platforms very soon. He's been having me to work and redo my website, my personal website, and he's been giving me plans for the live streaming and the group coaching and the live one-on-one coaching that we're going to be doing and showcasing very soon. But I'm not sure quite when yet, but I do think very soon. So stay tuned for announcements on that. If you want to stay up to date, you can check out my website and you can check out my email subscription site, okay, to stay up to date. But rest assured, I know that there's going to be a lot more from me very soon. And so I appreciate from the bottom of my heart all of your patience. If you have been a follower of mine, a subscriber for a long time, I appreciate you. I love you. Your support has meant the world to me. You're the reason I'm even here and able to do this as I do. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you are wanting to go deeper and you resonated with this message, but you want to go deeper and you want to go into your personal love and life situation and your relationship life, and you want to literally see with the use of the tarot, okay, from God's words, not mine, okay, through the tarot, the in-depth energies of your personal relationship, okay, up-to-date details on your person, what they're experiencing, what they're going through, what they're healing through, and whatever it is God needs you to know about them in this moment in time. That will be in the extended reading. You can purchase that in the description box below. We go super deep and we give everything I'm allowed to share from God and the angels. If that's something you're wondering about. If not, don't even worry about it. Okay, if you're like, that's I don't care. Good, awesome, right? But for those of you who are wanting a very in-depth and channeled update about your person and about your relationship specifically, that reading is for you. So thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it so it can help me out on YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. It would, if you want more videos, if you want more updates like this. And of course, be sure to leave your experiences in the comments below. I love you all again. I'll see you on the next one or in the extended. Bye for now.